going on? My name is Tyson McGuffin. Welcome to the McGuffin Show. We're on episode 41 here. I have a special guest, ex-NFL player, USC alum, golfer, content creator, and awesome dad, Brice Butler. What is going on, my man?
Tyson, what's happening, man? Appreciate you having me on the show.
Man, you played for the Cowboys back in the day, America's team.
Yeah, it's funny. They're talking about him right now, man. So I'm over here like, what's the squad gonna do this year? What's that gonna do? Is Zeke gonna rush for 1,200 yards? Like, what's happening, man? My dogs. I don't know what's going on with my dogs.
I know, man. Jeez.
Are you a Cowboys fan?
Yeah, for sure. Cowboy. You know, I mean, obviously from Central Washington a bit, so been a Seahawks fan my whole life. But you know, don't not love the Cowboys. Just, you know, always kind of been a Seahawks fan. But happy to have you on the pod, my man. So you actually know my guy Brad. Brad's taken my camp way too many times. Don't know if he's getting better. But Brad's got a spot there in Scottsdale, and I heard that you play at Brad's house a little bit.
Yeah, Brad is the man. Actually, I think he's the guy who told me about you, like in the beginning, because once I started playing, like I got introduced to the game by Larry, you know, a couple years ago, but I never played any racket sports.
Yeah.
Right? Like I wasn't even good at ping pong, you know, so like I didn't play it, didn't care for it, but you know, it was fun playing when we did around in 2020. Sat it down for a while, and then last year, like Christmas of last year, 2021, we were in Jamaica, a few friends, and you know, we started talking trash about pickleball. Like, I can do this, I can do that, and none of us really played, but you know, we're competitive, like ex-MLB guys. So I played it, and I was like, man, this game is dope. Like, I got to learn how to play. When I go back home, I got to hit up Larry, you know, see who's playing. So came back. I was like, Larry, are you still playing? He's like, bro, I play like every day. I met Brad like literally the week I got back from Christmas break. And, you know how Brad is, man. Super nice guy.
Nicest guy out there.
He wants everybody to be at the crib. So I just been going to his house ever since. And, you know, since the beginning, he was tearing me up. Now I'm closing the gap a little bit. I would say, you know, my athleticism and my reach, you know, is helping me a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, you know, I love to play, man. So just trying to get the game going.
Love it, man. You're also 32 years old?
Yep.
Yeah. Same here, bro.
Getting up there.
Same here, my man. Yeah. Come on now.
90 or 89?
89.
Okay. So
89. Did you graduate in 08?
I graduated in 08.
Graduated in 08. Okay. And you're from Norcross, Georgia?
Right. So did you go to the tournament that they had, Peachtree Corners?
You know what? I was super sick, man. I showed up, ended up getting bronchitis, and was not able to play. But I played the last couple years. Actually, the 2 years previous, won it in 2020 and 2021 in men's doubles with Riley Newman.
So bro, that place that y'all played at, I learned how to swim there.
There you go.
So like I literally grew up 5 minutes from there. So like you could literally ride a bike from my house where my parents live still to that place and maybe get there in 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah. Like I live right down the street.
Cool, bro. Out of all the Lifetime clubs that I've been to, it's probably definitely like one of the nicer ones. And that backdrop with the trees and stuff, like when you walk in on Championship Court, I mean, it's sick.
Yeah, it's super sick. I haven't been there in a while, but like watching the highlights, you know, how they have it, you know, it kind of goes down.
Aerial view, yeah.
It
looks good.
It looks sick.
Yeah, for sure, dude. You know what's so cool about Georgia, man? Like, it's so green, it's so lush. Like, when you're cruising on the freeway, there's like shrubs and trees like growing over the freeway. You know what I mean? It's freaking dense, man. It's so dense.
That's funny that you say that, because you know, you take a lot of that stuff for granted when you move to like I went to college in LA. So I'm basically in the desert. Then I go to Oakland, which is almost the same. Then, you know, I'm in Dallas, which is just flat and it's kind of dormant. And then I moved to AZ. And so now every time I go back home, I'm like, damn, bro, like it's hella green out here. Like, was it like this when I grew up? So yeah.
For sure, bro. So man, give us a story. So went to high school in Georgia, and then went to USC for 3 years and transferred to San Diego your last year.
Yeah, so I went to, I mean, you almost told it. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. My dad played for the Falcons. Yeah. So that's why we grew up there.
Dad was a cornerback, correct?
Corner, yep. Played in the 80s, so they were terrible. I think he went to the playoffs twice. So we have similar, you know, NFL careers when it comes to going to the playoffs. But yeah, we grew up there. I got 3 brothers. I'm the second oldest. My older brother hoops. My younger brothers were more into like media. So Breland is into like music and, you know, videography. I'm actually about to hire that dude to be my YouTube editor.
There you go, my man. Cool.
He edits for Cam Newton right now, so he's killing it. Anyways, my little brother wants to act. Anyways, went to USC out of college. You know, Pete Carroll, you know, came to Georgia, and I was like, this is the biggest thing ever, right? So I went there, got drafted to the Raiders. You know, then played 7 years in the league, tried to make it happen. Yeah. You know, did well, had some successes, had some injuries, and, you know, finished when I was 29.
For sure.
And now I'm here trying to play pickleball and golf.
To heck yeah, man. And making some badass content, bro. And you have a YouTube channel, Brice Butler?
Yes, yeah? So I got Brice Butler Lifestyle right now. It was originally, I wanted to do it while I was playing, and that's why it's called Lifestyle. But you know us, bro. Like we kind of grew up in the era that where media and getting content like wasn't really the cool thing to do.
No, for
right?
sure.
Like, you know, I know you got a tennis background. I'm sure like back in the day when you would go to practice, if you were trying to film it to like post it on Facebook, your coach would probably be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah, that's true. No, for sure.
You know, like you're not focused. Like, what are you doing? So when I was playing for the Cowboys, I thought about doing it because I was like, man, we are always on TV. Like, we're always in the media. Right. Like, I think this would be a good thing. But I was DJing, and
what does this guy now do?
Yeah, right. I was DJing, and I was killing it. And, like, all my teammates would come when I would DJ. So, like, you know, obviously, Jerry Jones knows I'm doing it. Charlotte Jones knows I'm doing it. The coach knows I'm doing it. And, you know, even though, like, I wasn't doing it at any time where I would conflict, you know, during the season, you know, they would think I was, right? Because I DJ. So, like, this guy's up late. If I show up at the meeting, I'm kind of tired. They're like, oh, like, were you out DJing? I'm like, bro, like, come on. Like, it's a Wednesday. It's a Thursday. Like, I wasn't DJing on Wednesday night, like, down in freaking Gasland, you know? And so I thought about doing it, bro. And then I was just like, no, I don't want to do it because I'm already doing stuff. And, you know, they might try to say I'm not focused or whatever. So I just ended up waiting. And, you know, once COVID hit, I just bought a camera and I was like, let's just go.
That's cool. That's cool, man.
Like, let's just go. And it's just been taking off.
Did you start playing golf when you moved to Arizona? You've been playing golf for...
No, so I actually started playing golf. So, like, once I kind of felt like the DJing heat kind of got too high for these coaches. Yeah. I was like, I need to figure out something else to do. Like, I used to play basketball, but at this point, bro, I'm like 26, 27. I'm like, I don't want to do anything that I can get hurt. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right, so, I just started playing golf. Tony Romo kind of like said something to me, snark one time. He had a whole bunch of golf clubs in his locker. Yeah. I picked it up. I picked some of them up. I was like asking him questions. Like, we should play sometime. And he like looked at me. He was like, bro, what's your handicap? And I was like, what is that? I didn't know. Yeah, right. And he was like, bro, I'll never play with you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'll never play with you. Like, you know, like it sparked that competitive edge. Yeah, right, for sure. What are you talking about? And it's funny. I just saw him last week for the first time in 2 years. And he knows what I'm doing now. And he was like, cool. Man, you're killing it. And I was like, bro, like, I kind of have you to thank because you basically, like, kind of motivated me to get better. So,
lit the fire.
Yeah, but I love what you're doing, though, man. Like, I mean, your YouTube and, you know, the social ethos that you have going on around pickleball is huge. Like, I don't think, you know, nobody else is doing it. Because, like, once I started to play, like, with Brad and all those guys, and I was like, I need to learn. You know, I use YouTube, right? Yep. Obviously. Yeah, of course, so I'm like, who's on YouTube doing anything? You know, obviously you had a camp. I was going to come to it one time with Brad. I just couldn't make it. And then I've been watching all your videos,
my man.
So I appreciate what you're doing. Man.
Thanks, bro, for sure, man. Hey, you can come to any camp you want, man. It's on me. But yeah, bro, you know, I wanted to be like a little bigger than pickleball. I didn't want my brand to scream pickleball, and I thought I could be pretty transparent, pretty authentic with doing all the content. So I ended up over COVID. Actually, I was working for a camp business called Level Up Pickleball Camps, owned by the Pickleball Magazine, banging out like 40, 50 camps a year, just grinding, and then ended up starting my own business. Now I have my own camp business, and then over COVID, met with my videographer, filmed like 150 instructional videos, bought all my podcast equipment, you know, spent like 10 or 15K on all the podcast stuff. And then, Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to invest a ton in content and see what I can get from that, and see if I can really grow my brand, get some bigger sponsors, and just be different than everybody else, and be the biggest hustler that I can as far as content. And yeah, man, it's landed me some big deals, and it's made people see me through a different lens. And not only am I known as the athlete, but now I'm known as the content guy. I'm known as a YouTube guy. So yeah, bro. So it's been good, man. But if I didn't have my wife and a very good team around me, I would not be as successful. So I credit, I credit to everybody else around me in that princess of mine.
Thanks. How if I could ask you a couple, how scary was that for you in the beginning in the inception of all that? Like, you know, buying all the equipment and going like, you know, YouTube is tough to start.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro,
you know, it takes a long time. So like, how scary was that feeling to be like, dog, I'm investing all this cash, like better?
No, for sure. I had to push my pride aside, because I'm not getting like a lot of subscribers early on. I'm not getting a lot of views and stuff like that. You know, like my camp business, I had this full camp schedule. I wasn't getting a lot of turnout. So I'm like, shoot, like, am I not the guy that I thought I was? and then about 6 months in, once I got super consistent with all the marketing, and I was just shoving it in people's faces on social, on YouTube, I had my newsletter. So once I got dialed with just being consistent with my content, then came the people, you know. But no, man, definitely scared the shit out of me at first. You know, I had a 6-figure contract with the camp business that I was working for, and I was set in stone. And granted, I was working a ton, you know, and I had a couple kids at the time. So like getting rid of that, and then like investing a ton of time and effort into content and my own business and all the above, and then having to, obviously, you know, losing the first year or so, you know, financially, just with trying to build, it was definitely scary, but glad that I took the risk. I'm in a much different spot now, and I definitely think I have one of the more marketable brands on the tour. So you're killing it. I told you, I think I DM'd you a couple. Yeah, you did, man. You did, bro. I was like, bro. I never thought pickleball content could be like this hard, bro. Come on.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like playing like, you know, like rap bangers.
Yeah, come on now.
You're making it sick, bro. So,
thanks,
man,
dude.
Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Hey, so tell us about the Icon Series. Tell us about this tournament you just played. Look badass, by the way.
Thank you. That was the sickest tournament, and I still got content coming out. I got a Michael Vick YouTube video that I'm about to release tomorrow. I actually text you the video that I'm gonna tease it with. I think it's one of the sickest videos I came up with. I'm from Atlanta, bro. So Michael Vick.
Oh yeah, come on, man.
I was playing with him. I was like, what?
Love me some Vick, dude.
But yeah, bro, it was dope. So Icon Series is like a new thing. They've been building it for a while. Like they've been kind of like doing things. Like they had a tournament in Dubai like 5 years ago. It was kind of like, let's just see, you know, let's do some trial and error. Let's, you know, figure out like what we need to do.
Yep.
And basically what they're trying to do, man, is just I don't think they want to just stick to athletes. I think they want to do like entertainers and all that, you know, some cool people. But basically what they want to do is just travel around the globe and, you know, maybe have 2 spots a year and basically do like a Ryder Cup or President Cup format tournament where you have, you know, 12 players from the USA versus 12 players from the rest of the world. And, you know, they just do head-to-head golf matches. And it was dope because, I mean, I know you feel this way too. Like when you go to big tournaments or like big camps where, you know, a lot of people that you might have, you know, seen on the circuit coming up in tennis or whatever that you get to go to and kind of like be around, you know, your peers, so to speak. It's always fun.
Yeah, for sure, of course.
You know, for me, I think I was technically the youngest guy on our team. Like Golden Tate's my age, but like he's a little older than me.
Yeah.
But everybody else was older, bro. Like Reggie Bush, Michael Strahan, Michael Phelps. Like I said earlier, Michael Vick, Marshall Falk. Like,
it's cool.
And those are just the American players. Right. Like that was dope. I was the youngest on the American team, but then on the rest of the world team, you got like the English, like the leading English Premier League scorer at the youngest age, Harry Kane, who's the captain of the England soccer team. He's there. I think he's 28. Got James Milner, who's won a couple, you know, World Cups, Euro Cups, in his career. You know, you got, you know, rugby players from Australia and bro, Tyson, like these dudes, obviously, like, we didn't know these dudes. Like, we didn't know we didn't know UV Singh, the cricket player, but this dude got like 17 million followers on Instagram alone.
Crazy, man.
Like, you know, these dudes are like
huge. Yeah,
stars.
huge.
Like, they're rock stars.
Yeah.
And it was funny because UV, like, I walk in the hotel. I don't know who this guy is. He, to me, you know, not to sound like I'm politically correct, but like, I just see an Indian guy and his wife. Right. You know, they're just hanging out, and I'm just like, cool. But dude, I look down, and I'm heavy into fashion. So like, this dude has a Berluti roller bag and a Berluti duffel bag, and those bags are probably like $7,500 a piece. And I wear Berluti shoes. Yeah. So like, I looked at him, and I walked up to him. I was like, bro. I was like, who are you? You have Berluti duffel and a roller bag. Like, and we laughed it off. And that's funny. You know, like, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was in the tournament. Yeah. Found out he was, like, later that night. And we were like, yo, like, what's good? So it was a fun event, man. Like, you know, I hope they invite me back.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool.
To come back to do more, but it was dope.
So tell me, what are you looking to do with golf? I mean, obviously you make content, you love playing. Seems like you're still training a ton as well. I guess what's the end goal, bro?
I want to do. I like hosting. You know what I'm saying? I like to be around people. I like to laugh. I like to talk. You know, I never met you personally, but like, we're talking like we've known each other.
Yeah,
for a while,
for
you know
sure,
what
man.
I'm saying? Like, I think I would say I have a gift at doing that. Yeah. And I've always wanted to do TV stuff. Like, when I played for the Cowboys, when I played for the Raiders and not the Dolphins, but when I played for the Cowboys and the Raiders, I had my own TV shows for the team. Okay. And every Monday or Tuesday after the game, like, I would get a couple guests, like past players, people, maybe somebody that works in the ticketing office, and then a current player, and we would do shows. Like, I did that at the Raiders and the Cowboys. And so, like, I've just always seen myself on TV in front of a camera. Yeah. And before COVID, when I kind of realized, you know, I might be done, I got cut in 2019 by the Dolphins. And I didn't get picked up that year. So the following year, like, I had to sit down with myself and be like, yo, like, we're not about to just sit down for another year, waste money, you know, just training all year. Like, I have to start getting things in order. What do I want to do? Okay, I want to do media. I always wanted to do media. Right. So, okay, who do I need to reach out? I have some people that work at Fox. Reached out to them, tried to get an internship lined up. And then COVID hits, boom. So then it's like, obviously that's down the window. Everybody's in the house. Nobody wants to leave except for golfers and maybe pickleballers. You know what I'm saying? Because that was outside sports. And then that's when I got introduced to the game, by the way. But I was like, I can't just sit. Like, I'll go crazy if I just sit in the house and not do anything. So basically, bro, I went on a golf trip with some young guys, and they do it. Like, they do it. They've been doing it for a while, and they're killing it. They're probably the biggest dudes in the golf, you know, department. Yep. And I was just like, yeah, like, how much do y'all make? You know, they told me. I was like, how long did it take? And, you know, they obviously was like, bro, this is not easy. Like, you can't just, like, you know, your Instagram followers aren't going to just hop over to your YouTube and all that. And I'm like, that's cool. But, you know, like, I've always wanted to be in front of a camera. Yep. And, bro, like, I just bought a camera and just started going, bro. So just like you said, like, I bought a lot of stuff. I was down on some cash. Yep. You know, I wasn't really seeing that many, you know, subscribers early. I just kept pushing out content. Ended up firing the guy that was editing for me because I was just like, I'm not making any of this money back. Yeah, for sure. So I was like, I got to be, you know, all money in. So basically, I started editing my own videos. I still edit my own videos. I'm, like I told you, I'm about to hire somebody though, because at this point, like that, like, I have so much that I'm doing, like, I can't spend the time in front of my computer. Yep. And I just went for it, bro. And I was just talking to my wife the other day, and she asked me the same question, and I was like, yo, like, you know what I want to do? Like, I want to segue into having my own TV show, and obviously I can do that on YouTube, but like, get a big brand to fund it, or to get on, you know, Fox, or have the Raiders or somebody bring me on to, like, do a show, and then, you know, just keep scaling up. Yeah. And that could be in golf. That could be in pickleball when y'all take it to the Olympics. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That could be anywhere. It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter where it is. That's just, you know, what I want to do.
Cool, bro. For sure, man. Can't believe you edit your own stuff, dude.
It sucks.
Oh, I can only imagine. I haven't touched any of my stuff from day one. From day one, had a videographer, had him editing all my stuff. Now I have a content creator that also works for Selkirk. So on Sunday, he'll send me, like my 5 posts for the week. I'll write out the
cat. You play though. You still play.
No, of course.
If I was still playing like football, I wouldn't have time. And I would be, the cash would be coming. I get cash, but the cat in football, the cash will be coming.
Yeah. Big boy cash.
I just be like, you do that, you do that. You just tell me what I got to post,
Yeah.
But, in the beginning, and just like you have the business, how the inner workings of your business because you're running your business. You might not be editing your videos, but you're running your business.
Right.
Right now, like my business, like I want to learn the camera because I love the camera. I love all that stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so once I get somebody like Kev, I think that's his name in the back.
Yep.
I can tell him like, hey, bro, I shot this in 4K 120. I want this shot this way, and I can speak to him in the language he understands. It won't just be like, oh, bro, like make it look like this. This is Tyson. Make it look like Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll know how to speak.
No, of course, yeah.
And that's how I want to be. So that's why I do it right now.
Cool, bro, man. Happy for you, dude. So give us your thoughts on the U.S. Open, the tourney that ended yesterday. I know we were kind of texting about it yesterday, but
the Open Championship, man. It was for the pickleball folks that might not know the difference. The U.S. Open obviously is over U.S. soil. The Open Championship is over in the Great Britain somewhere. Dog, like you said, so when you texted me,
mullet and a mustache, baby.
Yeah, so Cam. I hadn't seen it, but it was fun. I saw it. I watched it after we spoke, but I hadn't seen it to that point. But the night before, Saturday night, I saw where Cam Smith was, and I saw where Rory was. And I was like, the only difference that I know between Cam Smith and Rory is that Cam drains putts, and his short game is, like, phenomenal. And sometimes Rory can be really cold with his putter, just like you said.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Like, Cam was just draining putts. I think from 10 to 14, he birdied every hole. And, Rory was playing great. Like, he wasn't playing bad. He just wasn't making his birdies. Like, he had, I think, 3 birdie putts that stopped in front of the hole.
Yeah, it was
by this
right.
Like, dead center. Like, and, is that him playing bad? No. But, like, obviously, he's probably beating himself up like, shit. Like, if I would have made this putt, if I would have made that putt, I would have won. Because he really only needed 2 of those birdies to go in for him to, like, lead and win and probably, give Cam Smith some pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because Cam is seeing himself go up the leaderboard and Rory's just staying right there. Rory's getting pressure because he's like, damn, I'm not making these putts. So it was great, man. The 150th Open Championship came down to the wire, and the mullet and the mustache and the hat
did it, man.
From Australia, got it done, man. And from what I've heard from everybody is, everybody loves Cam Smith. He's a good dude, real chill, laid back guy. So I'm happy for him.
I thought it was kind of funny in his post-win interview, he was pretty humble, and I think he was very shocked. He didn't have a whole lot to say, but they asked him like what he's going to do as far as his after party, and he was like, I think I'm going to see how many beers I can fit in this trophy. He didn't have a whole lot to say, but that.
Right. Hey, let's get it going, baby. Hey, I think he lives in South Florida right now.
Really?
We're on the back porch, baby. We got beer. We getting it popping.
Get after it. Yeah, that's too funny, man.
What do you do? What do you do after you win?
Depends on if my family's there, man. If the kids are there, I'm not doing shit. But if the family's not there, then if I got some boys there, we'll usually go out to a nice dinner, have a couple drinks, have a couple spicy margaritas, and probably call it a night. Yeah, I mean nothing too crazy.
Yeah. Bro, like, can you give me? I mean, I've seen you play. I've been to tournaments. Obviously, y'all come to Arizona quite a bit, especially like in the January, February months. What is your tourney schedule like? Because to me, and I talk to like amateur guys as well. There's like Kyle. I think he goes by the pickleball guy right now.
Yeah.
And he's
nice guy.
out in Scottsdale, right? And there's another guy. What's his name? I think it's Ryan something. He's an ex-NFL player.
Okay.
Quarterback, and he's trying to he's like 6'4", 6'5", played tennis.
Got it. Right.
And he's like, bro, like, I want to start playing pickleball. And I play with him, and he's dirty, right?
Yep.
And we both say the same thing, like, you got to figure out the fine line of, like, okay, like, I can give peak performance playing 3 or 4 games, and then I need to shut it down and leave.
Yeah.
Or, like, I can keep playing, and, like, how I did, I pulled my hamstring because, like, my body was just tired.
No,
and,
for sure, man.
You don't have pickleball, like, you're doing a lot of...
Tourneys are a grind, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a freaking long day. So, you know, I mean, like, as far as like my practice schedule, you know, leading up to tournaments, a lot more competitive play, a lot more situational play. I'm not trying to work on things. I'm not trying to work on technique. I'm probably watching matches. I'm making sure that like my mindset is there. I'm trying to visualize myself doing good things, making sure that I'm eating well, I'm hydrated, I'm doing all my recovery stuff, you know. Off weeks when I don't have tournaments, then I can focus on my game. I can add in new tools. You know, I can work on technique. I can kind of add more to the package. But as far as tournament days, man, I mean, it's long, it's grueling, and if you lose early, it's a freaking long day because those backdraw matches, they just keep you going. And usually, like, if you're in the main draw, you know, you have anywhere from like an hour to an hour and a half, like in between matches. If you lose those games of 15 in the back draw, those games of 15 go fast, and then you're probably like you have anywhere from like 10 to 20 minutes in between matches. So the last thing you want to do is get kicked. Last thing you want to do is get kicked down to the losers bracket, man. But yeah, bro, you know.
And those are the ones that are outside with, like, no shade.
Dude, outside, it's hot, it's grueling. Probably the most brutal tournament is at the U.S. Open. It's in April, Naples, Florida. It's always blowing like 20 miles an hour. We use the Franklin ball, so it's even slower with the Franklin ball. It's hot, it's humid, and it's blowing 20 miles an hour. It's like the ball's moving. You know, the ball's moving like molasses too. Like it's just with how thick that ball is and how like thick the air is. Like the ball is very sensitive with like how light it is. So like you get this mixture of wind, and then the humidity slows the ball down. Points are longer. Defense is enhanced. So I always say, like, if you can win at the U.S. Open, you are one bad dude, you know.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, bro, I mean, you know, it's a long day as far as, you know, trying to eat and stuff. Like just with how many matches you play and how quick matches are, like you kind of graze all day. You know, you really can't eat like anything big. I'll usually have like a big breakfast in the morning and then like chew on nuts and fruits and stuff throughout the day. But no, it's fun, man. I play anywhere from 20, 25 tournaments a year. We've been on like a 6-week break, so it's been nice, you know, having a nice little break and being home with the fam and using this time to kind of work on my game, add in some new tools, you know, watch some matches. I'm my world's biggest critic, so you know, it's always tough watching my stuff, and I always kind of have to swallow that down. But
like,
oh man, not again! On his back foot again. It's funny, man. Talk about tendencies.
Straight up.
Yeah, man. Talk about tendencies. Like, it's tough to get rid of, you know, some of those tendencies. Whether I'm playing or whether I'm on court teaching, like, you know, it's just tough to wash out bad habits. But tell me what your game's like, man. Tell me what your pickleball game's like.
My pickleball game, bro, is getting strong. I would say my defense is stronger than my offense. When people are serving to me, I'm typically like on point. Like I'm blocking everything. I got long arms. I play receiver. So there's no ball that can come at me fast. Like I'm watching it off the paddle. Like I can see everything. And it's funny, like when I first started playing, you know, Brad and those guys would be like, damn, like I can't get nothing by you. And then I'm like, you know, they're better than me. So I'm not winning, but I'm like, bro, like this doesn't matter. I mean, it's okay for me to block it, but like I can't get a third shot drop to save my life. You know what I'm saying? So as time is going on, watching your vids, trying to get into my most athletic self, getting back
find your most athletic self, bro. You know,
getting back to set.
Yeah, get back to set.
You know what I'm saying? Turning the legs right, getting over. You know, navel to the straight. You know, all that.
Get that kinetic chain going.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
All that has been coming. You know, as time's been going on. You know, I just got to I play with Pace a lot too. Back in Scottsdale.
Pace is my boy, man. It's a good dude.
Pace is the man.
Yeah, he's cool, dude.
He just got me thinking the right way before I came here to hit, like, what I need to think about hitting a third shot drop.
Yeah.
Like, before I was pushing it. So, like, I'll be in the back and kind of just push the paddle forward.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, hit it up.
Yeah, man.
Like,
add a little lift in, baby.
Yeah, he was like, lift it up. And ever since he told me that, I have, like, there's like no third shot drop that I can't really get because I'm like, it's just just a difference in the thought.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got game. Like, I played with Pierre last week.
Oh, there you go.
And Pierre's good. Bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate the connection.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Pierre's good, bro. So, he was watching my game, and he talks different. He's like, "Oh, we can get you. We can do this."
French Canadian boy.
Yeah, super French.
Yeah.
And he was like, you have a good foundation. He was like, we can work on it. So we're trying to find times. Houston's really spread out.
Yeah, man, Houston's huge.
Yeah, it's huge, and so, like, pickleball is not as concentrated as it is in AZ. So. Just trying to find where I can get with him and work on my game, drill a little bit. So I would say I'm better. I'm more of a defensive player.
Okay.
Ferrari forehand's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Get that going.
Obviously, I have your paddle. I use other paddles, but your paddle, it's really easy to get that Ferrari forehand.
My man, baby. My man.
It's really easy because you don't really have to do much. Like, you don't have to put like a whole bunch of effort into having that ball hot off the face with that paddle.
Yeah, man, for sure. Get that easy
that
power.
Can kind of get you in the, obviously you use it all the time, so you know how to use it. It can kind of get me into trouble, on some other things because you get
overswinging.
You overswing and it goes. You're like,
yeah, for sure.
But but the game's good. I would say right now it's stronger defensively than offensively, but it's coming.
Yeah, man. Good defense is good offense, baby.
Facts.
Yeah, and something I'll say with the third ball drop is find the right happy medium of enough push with enough lift. Kind of find that happy medium. I think if you're outside the court and you're taking a third, maybe you're back behind the baseline, you want to add more lift and kind of bank on cleaning it up with like a fifth and a seventh. If you're inside the court, you can add some more push, go for a more like linear ball trajectory. But last thing you want to do is miss in that net, right? If you're gonna miss that thing high, make your opponents respect you, scramble away. But no, man, good defense is good offense, that's for sure.
The other thing, that I want to get locked in is the backhand cross court drop.
Get that back. Are you trying to slice? You going tip down? Tell me hang on first. So know that your drop is just like an elongated dink, right? So
Yes.
I like to say, whatever spin or like whatever technique you use on your forehand dink, you should be using with your forehand drop. Whatever technique you use on your backhand dink, you should be using for your backhand drop. So hey, if you have time, you can add spin. If you don't have time, you just want to go tip down, get that good margin, find that good happy medium of enough lift with with some push. But are you adding slice?
I think so.
Okay. Are you trying to overcreate?
I probably
Okay. Less is more, baby. You know that in golf. I mean, hey, it's funny. Golf mechanics and ground stroke mechanics in pickle or tennis is very similar, right? Like, you want to keep your upper extremities nice and quiet, use the hips, get the navel, point at your target, get that good kinetic chain. But yeah, on that backhand slice, most people want to try to overcreate or like chop wood or kind of cause this little Nike swoosh.
Right.
So know that a little bit of spin goes a long ways, my man.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. But yeah, get that little backhand drop, get that thing going. Yeah,
dial that in.
I'm gonna come up to Idaho.
Like, do it, man. Come on, get up here.
Shoot some YouTube videos together, bro.
No, man, love to, bro.
I'll do that. That'd be sick. Now, question.
What's up?
Obviously, this is recorded. So do you live in Idaho? You say you're from Washington. Are you by like the Spokane border? Are you right by the border?
Yeah. So I fly to Spokane, Washington. So we're just like a little north of Coeur d'Alene. We're on 5 acres, like fully surrounded by pine trees, mountains all over. There's probably like 6 lakes within 20 minutes of us. It's God's country up here, man. It's God's country, bro. Oh, it's beautiful, man. Anyhow, so
it's cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah. So Coeur d'Alene right now is taking off, dude. I mean, everybody from California is making their way over. But yeah. So real estate market's pretty sky high right now. Cost of living is it's definitely getting more expensive. But I mean, it definitely still has that small town feel. But
Right.
but yeah, so Spokane Airport's about 45 minutes away from me.
Okay.
Spokane, like the border of Spokane, is probably 20 minutes away. But yeah, man, nothing like North Idaho. It's funny. Most people talk about Boise. You know, Boise is probably one of the more well-known areas in Idaho. But Boise's flat.
Yeah.
It's dry. It's ugly.
Boring.
It's boring, man.
I've been there.
Boise State, you know, got the blue field there.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, it's boring there.
Yeah, man.
I've been to Spokane. So do you live by like the Vandals?
So Idaho Vandals, no, that's in Moscow. So that's south of me. So Boise's,
Okay.
Idaho's a long state, bro. Boise's 6
Yeah.
hours south of Coeur d'Alene. Yeah, North Idaho.
Okay.
North Idaho's like the pretty part of Idaho, I think. But
Okay.
okay, hey, tell me your thoughts about the LIV Tour. Some crazy stuff, some crazy numbers being thrown out. Dustin Johnson signed for 125. You know, I think I don't know if these are exact numbers, but Tiger throughout his whole career made like 110. I mean that's insane.
Right. Yeah, you know, his salary, not his salary, because they're not W-2 sports.
His appearance fee.
They are 1099, which is crazy to me.
Right.
Which needs to be changed. And I think that's probably gonna come from the LIV Golf Tour. Like, these guys are signing like football deals, basketball deals, 4-year 150, you know, getting
Nutty.
half of it up front, signing bonus. You know what I mean? Like, stuff that, you know, it's stuff that pretty much happens in most pro sports. You
Right.
know, like Canelo and Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, like they have deals with these companies that, you know, 6-fight deal worth X millions. You know, 5-year deal worth 200. You know what I'm saying? Baseball, 10-year, 350. So, like, I think that's going to just help push the envelope to take care of players who take their whole life to get there. Like, some guys, it takes them 30-something years. Like, I know players that are our age, bro, that aren't on tour yet, still trying to make it. Spending money, still trying to make it. Working jobs, still trying to make it. So my thing is, the way I look at it, because of the sport that I came from, is like, if these dudes have been fighting and clawing tooth and nail to get to your league or your association or whatever, the tour, and then they get there and they still have to do something to just get a base dollar amount, like to begin, like to me, that's crap. Like I spent all this money, or my parents helped me, and then it was me spending all this money to get to the PGA Tour. I finally made it. I got through Q School. I got through Korn Ferry. I did all that. And now I'm on the tour, struggling a little bit. My first 6 or 8 tournaments, I didn't make the cut. I'm making no money.
Right.
Like, to me, I think that's kind of weak. So I think the LIV Tour, without getting into all the politics.
No, for sure, of course. Yeah, we don't have to talk about any of that.
All that. Yeah.
Right.
Without getting into all that, I just think it's competition is always good, right, T?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you were the best on the top and like nobody could come near you ever, like you wouldn't get any better because like you don't have no competition. But along comes some kid that's younger than you, he looks a little bit better than you, he got his hair nice, he got, and he's good, he's gonna make you work. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what LIV Golf is doing. I don't know how long LIV Golf will be around, bro, but the PGA Tour has already changed things because of the LIV Tour, the LIV Golf Tour. So I just think, honestly, I don't like if we could go out 5 to 10 years. I don't think the LIV Golf Tour is still going to be around. I just think the PGA Golf Tour is going to change things. It's going to be a little bit better.
Yeah.
For more of the guys on the bottom.
No, for sure. Not be so top heavy.
Top 20.
Right. Yeah,
just the top 20, top 25. Because I talk to players, and guys are like, and I'm like, yo, like, what's the thing about the PGA Tour that you wish could change that you don't like? And I'm talking to players that are in the top 20, and they're like, I mean, it's a little top heavy. Like they take care, I've been out of the top 20 and I've been in the top 20 and you can see the difference of how they take care of the players that are in the top 20 versus the ones that aren't.
Right.
And, they wish that those things can change. And bro, like if you look at the players who left, like as of now, like the big marquee names, they're guys that like really just don't give up.
Right.
They're great golfers, but they're just guys that like really just don't go. Like, they're just like, I want to do me. I want to have fun. I want to play golf. I want to play with my boys. And I don't want it to be all politically correct all the time. Like,
No,
I just
for
want to
sure.
have fun.
And
that's what
I want
looks
some
like.
guaranteed, you know.
And I want some guaranteed cash. Like,
Yeah.
I might be hurt. I might be hurt for a couple of weeks, and I can't make a cut, but I'm still getting cash. That feels good, dog. Like,
No.
you know what I'm saying?
No,
So,
of course.
yeah.
I feel you, man. If it was kind of funny, PPA's talking about doing something kind of like ML. I mean, I can't really talk about it too much, but kind of like what MLP is doing, but more like the LIV Tour to a certain degree, where there's 20 tournaments next year. You know, I'm going to have my individual partners. I'll have my mixed partner. I'll have my men's partner. But within your partners, there's teams. There's 3 men, 3 women, and throughout the year, just to add added camaraderie, to tell some extra stories, to kind of add some extra media, you kind of root for your team to a certain degree. You don't have to play any more matches, and then at the end of the year, after the 20 tournaments, kind of based on how your team does. Like the minimum's, 50, the max is 150, but it's like it's added cash. Even though you're playing individually, there's some added right. revenue there, right. Which is nice. I mean, it's nice to have that little finance safety blanket.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
And with you, with me and with other people who keep pushing the envelope with pickleball, more people can get involved, and there's more revenue.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Numbers just go up.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So it's gonna be interesting to see where pickle goes. I mean, Steve Kuhn, the guy that owns MLP, is predicting by 2030 there's going to be 30 million players. I don't even know what that looks like what that does as far as TV deals, sponsor deals, YouTube subscribers. Yeah. I mean, shoot, dude, those numbers are crazy. I mean, as of now, there's 4.5 million players worldwide. There's 80 million players playing tennis worldwide. Just crazy to think what that does with pickle when there's 30 million players,
It's gonna change, bro. Because I mean, even you see it on Instagram. You see it when you drive by country clubs. I'm always at a country club and golfing all the time. So you see how you go to certain places and you're like, dang, like they only got like 2 tennis courts, but they got like 12 to 16 pickleball courts, right?
That's the norm.
See the court, or you see the court or the place that's kind of flipped, and you'll see more tennis courts, and then you come back 6 months, a year later, and then it's starting to change. And bro, it's just gonna change over time. Like, I'm downtown Houston right now, literally right by the Toyota Center. And there's a basketball court that I can see from this apartment that I'm in right now, and they literally have a pickleball court in the middle.
Cool.
I wish I could show up, but
of course.
Camera's not gonna get there, but and they have a pickleball court. I don't see no net down there, but they got the line. So it's just gonna come, and more people are seeing it, and you get, just like what I'm doing with golf, like you get the people that aren't like pros at it, but like people with some names that love the game, and like Larry, he'll go play in the exhibition. I'm playing in one, I think this year in Dallas in November that PPA is doing. You get more people around it, surrounding it, talking about it. Like, I was with Michael Strahan at the Icon. And I was talking about it. I was like, bro, like, you play pickleball? And he like looked at me and like kind of lit up. He was like, bro, like, we just did a whole TV segment about pickleball. And he was like, bro, people are getting into it. He was like, I was on a yacht, this 70-foot yacht, and this dude had a pickleball court in the yacht.
Get out of here.
I was like, bro, that's like next level. I mean, that's subtle flex if I'm on a 70-foot yacht, but I was like, that's a subtle flex. Not 70, it might be bigger than that. But,
that's badass.
But yeah, it's
taking
coming,
off,
bro.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely heading down the right path. Right. Hey, so something that Brad told me. Brad's telling me some stories about you, but Brad was telling me that Pesa beat you and Larry Fitzgerald 11-0. Is that accurate?
Did he beat us 11-0? I mean, he beat us. I don't know if he beat us. Nah. He could have. I mean, I don't remember. He could have. And then on defense, you can get a ball by him, but it's not a point for you.
Yeah, right, for sure. Right.
He probably could have. I don't remember, because when I do stuff like that, like, I'm practicing. I'm typically in awe. Like, how did you get that?
Yeah, right.
Get the ball? Like, we're trying to, and this is back before my game was where it is now.
Yeah, for sure.
You're thinking. My problem with pickleball right now is I'll think I have a finisher. Like, oh, there's no way he's getting to it. So I'll hit it and I'll kind of like walk off.
Right.
And dude's older, like obviously not as athletic.
Don't judge a book by its cover, baby.
Right. Get to ATP or something and you're like,
oh, get out of here.
You know what I'm saying? So Peso was kicking our butt.
That's too funny.
Peso's good.
Yeah, he is for sure. Brett also said that, he says, every time he comes over, my wife gets on me to dress better. Says he looks better than his game. Come on, Brad.
Your ass next time, Brad.
Yeah, whoop his ass.
I'm going to get him.
Whoop his ass.
I'm going to get him.
Be ready.
You know what I got to get, though? T, I'm not a good singles player.
Okay.
I got to get better at singles.
Yeah.
I didn't play tennis.
Yeah.
You know, I don't understand the workings of hitting the ball, getting back to a spot, putting a ball in a spot. I'm really good at 2v2s because obviously, you don't really have to move as much.
Yeah, for sure.
You do, but you don't have to move as much. But 1v1s, bro, whew,
love it.
I gotta get it.
Love it, man. Well, hey, Brice, tell me, how can my subscribers follow you, bro?
On Instagram, man, I make it real easy. It's just Brice_Butler, BRICE Butler. Same on Twitter. My YouTube is Brice Butler Lifestyle. There's no underscores. It's just straight through. Just trying to get some good content. Maybe me and T one day get together, do some pickleball content.
Get up to Coeur d'Alene, bro.
I want to figure out. Yeah, I'll come. I want to figure out how to implement that into my YouTube as well. Like there's a couple videos I did earlier in the year where we played golf, shot the match, and then we played pickleball, and I shot that, and then I added it into the end. So I'm trying to figure out how to make it, work for my ecosystem of fans and stuff. So, just having a good time, man. And y'all follow me. I try to make it fun and easily digestible.
Of course. Well, hey, bro, you are a stud. Appreciate you. Would love to do some content together. Would love to have you out for a camp. So get a hold of me, bro. But
yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, man. Thanks again, my man.
I appreciate you.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you, guys. Let's keep going.
Yep. Take care, my man.